Moving abroad feels like getting sent to serve a life sentence, and I was found guilty of being a renegade in the first degree. At some point in my life, it had become evident that I just didn't belong home anymore. Having grown up in solitude, I couldn't help but feel increasingly hopeless and desperate about my future. Tired of trying to fit in, I decided to look for a way out instead. And as I was seeking a way to resolve my issues, I realized I needed change, both of my character and of environment. I applied for a master's program in Italy, an opportunity to start all over in a country I'm familiar with and feel comfortable in. Find new friends, a home, a job at some point, and perhaps love. This big move requires me to strip myself naked of all prejudice, old habits, and past pain. It's just me, my electronic devices, and my survival instincts. But before I leave, I embark on a journey to collect the knowledge I lack about my own age through the stories of my closest friends, told in their own words. These are stories of growth, ambition, dedication, and relationships. Each a window to my past I can always turn to as I begin a new chapter of my life in a city I've only been to once before. Am I ready to jump from the comfort of hard ground straight into the dark blue sea of life's unpredictability? There are friendships that grow beyond love or acceptance. They never judge us for our reactions and teach us how to forgive and apologize. Nora has been my friend the longest. We are a year apart and our interests lay so far on the opposite poles, one would even wonder if there's anything we could talk about. Truth is, I wonder that myself sometimes. We've known each other since our mid-teens, and throughout all this time, we've changed more than once, but our mutual feelings have stayed the same. She is a 26-year-old biology student, but her talents lay in writing. Following the passing of a loved one and the end of a toxic relationship, she gradually started healing as she found an outlet for her emotions. Her self-published poetry book, Letters to the Sun, is one of the items I'm making sure to take with me during my big move.
Oh, I miss you so much.
I've missed you so much. I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Go make yourself comfortable. I'm gonna go make tea.
Okay,
Right
okay,
back.
listen.
There you go.
Thank you very much. So I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I didn't think I would find the courage. This is something that I've wanted all my life. It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy to not feel like you fit in. But I don't think that I should shape myself to fit in.
Absolutely
if
not.
if I'm able to find a place where I fit
Exactly. I always think about that quote, how if the flower isn't blooming, you don't blame the flower, you move it into another pot, you water it better, you make sure that there's sunlight coming in. The flower isn't at fault that it's not blooming.
Yeah, and it's a big change. It's a big move, and it's scary, and it's you have to be very prepared for it. I just want to make sure that I'm taking what I need with me, and I don't mean just the material stuff. I mean lessons, which is why I wanna talk to you to sort of check check all the lists, because I want to make sure that I have everything I need with me.
You do.
When I go.
I think you carry it with you. I think you should have a lot of faith in yourself, a lot of trust, a lot of confidence, because you have managed to not only survive but thrive in an environment that isn't yours. Imagine what you could do in a place that is better suited for who you are as a person. Maybe at first you're going to feel uncomfortable, but I think there's magic in that too, in being somewhere new, having no idea what's going on at first. I think that's very magical, because I think about myself being here. I've lived here for so long, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I know every route in my neighborhood, for example, and I know all this stuff. And it's nice, but at the same time, I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't enjoy that comfort zone anymore.
Mm-hmm. And I think I need to throw myself in a difficult process.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, when something that affects you negatively happens, how do you make yourself feel better?
I think that's the first problem, is trying to make yourself feel better. I think for me at first, I have to feel it. I have to experience that emotion, because I used to bottle all of my emotions, and then I started to experience just the full intensity of everything that had happened to me up to that point. And I remember being angry, being sad, feeling hopeless, all of these things. And it's just, sometimes it's hard to take a feeling and glue it onto the source, because it's been years since that's happened to you. Or maybe you know the source, but you don't know how you feel, because it's been years of being angry, being sad, being okay, forgiving, but then no, I'm angry again. But no, actually, and so right now I'm trying to, the moment that something happens to me, I try to let that feeling kind of pass through me. I try to not understand it, not like work through it intellectually or logically, just feel it. And then once I'm content with feeling it, I try to snap out of it. But I won't right away try to pretend like that doesn't hurt me, or I'm not angry. People say that anger, for example, it's not a bad emotion. It's an emotion that tells you something is wrong, and so I have to change it. And so the moment I feel angry, I try to look for a way to actually change that situation. And so I let that anger go through me. I take an action, and then I move on.
Mm-hmm. So why do you write? How did it come to writing?
I wonder that myself. I look back and I think, when we were children, they kind of teach us to draw, to write, all that stuff. And sometimes I wonder, when did it stop being something that we did for fun or in school? When did I pluck that experience out of that and made it into something that is so fundamental to who I am as a person? And I can't give you an answer. Honestly, sometimes I write something and I think, finally, it's out of my system. Nope, I wake up the next day, I'm still feeling some type of way about it. I think I write out of an urge to understand myself, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it happens. But also, just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean that I'll stop doing it. Mm-hmm. Kind of, like the same way as you eat right now and you're gonna be hungry after a few hours. That doesn't mean you'll stop eating. You'll keep eating, knowing that you'll be hungry again and again and again.
When writing, you express yourself through poetry, but also you write songs. What is the difference between prose and lyricism to you?
Writing a poem or writing a song feels very much urgent. I have that feeling, I need to get it out of me. Right now, I can't think about it too much. While writing prose to me feels like I take it out of me, I lay it on the table, maybe I let it fester, maybe I examine it, maybe I leave it there for years and I go back to it. It feels a lot more with intent of understanding it to its core.
Which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer?
I go through seasons. Right now, I am a lot more into songs than anything else. Actually, I haven't opened up my Word document to write anything in my book in so long. I really go through different, let's call them phases, I guess.
What makes it difficult for you to pursue this dream seriously?
I guess I'm a very scared person, a very embarrassed person. That's it. I guess I'm holding myself back and I'm trying to go against myself because I don't think that's going to go away with mantras and meditating and healing. I think it's going to go away by doing something about it. Doing, you know how people say, do it scared, do it alone, do it weird. I think that's the only way. And maybe it's never going to go away. Maybe even if I do everything I want to do, I'm still going to wake up one day, like, or maybe every day, and think, oh, why am I, like, I'm embarrassed. How can I keep doing this? And I guess I'd still have to do it. My goal is no longer to heal fully because I don't think that's something you can do. My goal is to wake up every day and just keep doing it.
What do you think about healing from past emotional trauma?
Honestly, I used to think it's very methodical. I used to think you should have a list and follow it. Do all of the things people tell you to do, step by step, and you'll get there. And I've tried that, and it doesn't work for me. For me. Now I am trying to embrace a more chaotic approach to life in general, not just healing, not just because I am very methodical, and it's done me more harm than good. But now I'm trying to embrace the chaos and the beauty of figuring it out in the moment. And I have been working on this thing, like realizing that healing isn't digging into a wound with, you know, with your finger just going, let me see what that's about, let me see what that's about. It's waking up every day, going through life, and when a situation arises, you react in a different way. You react in a new way. That is not the old you. That's healing. The past is in the past. It's not a material thing. And trying to understand it, yeah, it helps. But the only way you heal is when you're faced with a situation that may trigger you, you find a way to react differently to it. Obviously, that's my experience. Everybody experiences things differently. But, you know, I think about some of the worst things that I think have happened to me. Like, we all have those things we think, oh, that is definitely top 3 worst things. And I used to think, I need to heal from this to move on. I can't live life without healing from this. I can feel myself being broken from it. And then that got so tiring, that got so exhausting, and I was holding myself back from good things. And I realized maybe I would have healed if I actually experienced a good thing instead of sitting in my room going in circles over something that happened so long ago that, yeah, it has affected me, especially if you're a child. It stays with you. Like, I see a lot of the way that I perceive the world. I see how it's rooted in stuff from my childhood, obviously. You know, there's this quote, we look at the world once in childhood, the rest is a memory. And I kind of agree, kind of disagree, but maybe mostly agree that a lot of the things, obviously, they affect you and they might stay with you forever. But honestly, I'm so tired of all the healing and all the work and all that stuff, and I just want to live for a little, you know? I just want to make my mistakes and not blame myself for them. I want to meet new people and not have expectations, you know, that they will hurt me because that's my experience. I just want to live. I think I'm really tired of all the culture that surrounds healing. I'm really tired of it by now. I've done this for so long now. I've had so many things to work through. And do you know what? I didn't work through them. I didn't. I feel the past when I think maybe I am capable of experiencing a good emotion when I'm not thinking about it, when I'm working on myself in a different way, like when I'm expressing myself, when I create, when I'm with my friends. For example, when we're talking, you and I, we're laughing and we're talking about stuff. That's how I feel good. Maybe I haven't healed, but do I need to heal necessarily? I am very conflicted, but right now I am done with all that for a while. I'm done with it. Right now, I'll focus on the moment and just finding who I am right now, not trying to figure out who that girl was before, because she's gone. That's over with. That's what I'm focused on, just living.
Where are you in life right now?
Not where I want to be, but also not where I thought I'd be, in a positive way. I honestly thought that I wouldn't be alive after 18, 20, and I'm still in shock that I am. So that's where I am. I'm not where I want to be, but I think if my childhood self or my teenage self could see me, I think they would smile. I think they'd be happy. Like, you got out of a lot of stuff. You're alive. You're loved. You love. And things do get better. So I am grateful, honestly. That's where I am in life. I'm grateful.
What is your worst fear?
Not doing the thing I love, not achieving my dreams, staying in the state that I am, that I keep holding myself back. All of these, I feel there's something in me that I want to express. I know there's a life I want to live, and my fear is that I'll keep holding myself back. I don't even know why.
And do you think that you would be able to overcome this fear at some point?
I don't have a choice. I can feel myself get more and more unhappy, unsatisfied with the way that I'm living, and it's my responsibility. So even if I don't overcome it, I'll have to do it,
And how would you overcome it? Do you have an idea or a plan, or the time hasn't come yet?
Honestly, I've started doing little things. So I think I am always torn between, should I go big or should I start taking small steps? Because one part of me thinks if you go too big, you might close yourself even more if you don't succeed. But another part of me is like, small steps. What am I, like a child? I should be out there. I should be, I'm always torn between doing what's a little bit more gentle and doing what's a little bit more ambitious, I guess. My advice is, do not take advice from some random person on the internet. You should be basing your decisions on yourself. You should have faith in yourself. And just know that if somebody says it and a bunch of people agree, it doesn't mean it's true or it's untrue. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. Take it with a grain of salt.
So we're all living for the first time.
Yeah. And except for me, I've been here since the beginning of time, and I will be here at the end of time as well. Yeah, meet you then. Oh, we're hugging. We're hugging. Oh my God.
Healing is a long process that takes effort and patience. Seeing Nora navigate through her own growth taught me that trauma does not define me. But no matter how far I go in my process, it still lingers around old scars. Happiness doesn't come to you. It doesn't come at all. Instead, it hides and waits for you to find it time and time again. You can lose track of it, but you'd come around eventually. Because after every storm shines the brightest sun you could ever see. In the meantime, I would like to treat my life like a story to progress into, although sometimes I just don't see the stakes in completing certain tasks. I need to talk to my friend Caroline next to find out what motivates her to stay on track chasing after her dreams and pursuing her goals.